Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing a new grill on a 2020 Suburban. So let's get started. First thing I recommend doing is removing all the clips here. You just got to get you a flathead screwdriver and we'll take off this cover and we'll get started. Shouldn't take us any more than about 30 minutes. Just like that, then you repeat. Okay, so 12 holes later, we're ready to remove the cover. And you just grab it and it slides right off. That exposes the next layer. Okay, so for the next step, we're going to remove 6 of these bolts that are on top of the grill. It is the 10 millimeter, so you want to grab your, your drill, 10 millimeter socket, make this a hole for yourselves. So we'll buzz these right off here. Okay, well, we got those bolts out. The next step is just freeing the top of it. You can see this clip here, you got to pull that up. Same one as this one, pull it out of that channel. Here, there, and you can see how it's starting to separate. Now, this model doesn't just come off. You see the clips down in there. See that clip there? Those do not release the grill, not yet. We have to do a little bit more. We have to release the front bumper cover, and all this comes off as one unit. So we're going to go to that next. So I was saying, this is the driver's side and the tire well. You can see here's the tire. I've got it facing out. So we're going to have to remove these bolts that are in here, just up to that one where the front bumper meets, right there. So these are 7 millimeters. So again, throw them on your power tool and let's pull them out. Okay, so we moved underneath the car now. So to continue removing off this front bumper cover, got to take out this nut, or this bolt, and this bolt. And that's what holds this whole thing on both sides. So this is, again, back to a 10 millimeter. So you already had that out from earlier. So let's go ahead and get these out. So it's important to remember that even after you get these ones out, you've got one more on top that holds it to the upper fender. Let's see if I can get a picture of it for you here. Right there. So that one's got to come out too. Again, that's another 7 millimeter. Both sides. So just want to take a second and show you the whole reason I'm replacing this. The culprit is still in here. I'm zooming down in, I'm going to grab it, but that's the rock that went through the front webbing of the grill, and you can still see pieces of the grill down in the corner there. So that's the whole reason we're doing this. And I'll back out here and show you what it did. You see the front of it right there. Rock went right through there. So this last step before we move it off is to undo that clip. Then the flashlight's pointing out. I'm going to zoom in on. Yeah, have to undo that clip, and the same thing on the other side, right there. So let's just get our hands down in there, because this top of this now moves. So we get our whole arm down in there and release that, and then pull off the bumper cover. Important note, this push pin needs to come out also. That way the cover won't hold on as you're trying to release it. So a pair of pliers might work better to pull that out, but it's just a Typical little push pin that goes in there, both sides. What I did discover is how poorly the quality check was on this particular vehicle from the factory or the dealership, as it was missing bolts, in particular that one on this side. And so it's not the first time we had to deal with this. We had to take it back because of the actual bumper cover was loose when we first got it. So yeah, I'm gonna remove that pin and then we should be good. Different. So that one and that one also need to come out. Replace the grill yourself, they said. It'll be fun. What they don't tell you is you got to take off the whole front bumper cover to do it, because it's clipped from the inside. Perfect. Okay, so part 2. We've got the grill and cover off. You can see there was one part on here that I wasn't anticipating. It was the electrical cord for the lights. So that's on top of the motor, sits right on top of the grill. I'll give you a better shot of that later. But yeah, so that's something else to take into account. Now what we have to do is get out the wire. So we'll pull out the wire clips, and then you can see all the little pins that you got to push out of the grill, out of the bumper to get the grill out. So, all right, let's get started. Okay, so the next step, we got to take off these bolts through here. So there's a piece of this that stays connected to the bottom bumper cover so that the backing of the grill, so they're on both sides. So we'll have to remove those. So you see, after removing those 4 7mm bolts, and you got to get your pliers underneath your push pins for this cable holder, and we'll pop this out. All right, so we removed the grill from the lower cover by pushing all these pins back through those little housings right there. So it's not hard, just need a flathead screwdriver and some patience. So now what we're going to do is remove the Chevy emblem from the front of our old grill by pushing that back, that one, and that one. So again, I'm just going to use our flathead screwdriver to push those back, and then we'll push this out. So let's do that. Okay, we got everything on the new grill, so let's get it on the truck now. So very important. There's a lip underneath this light, a plastic lip that this bumper goes over and slides into. I just had it all put back together and it wouldn't match up over here. So I had to take everything back off so I could pull this bumper out and slide it up over this plastic lip that runs the entire length of this light. So just a note. All right, there we are. All on. Get it all knocked out.